Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. GitLab-ci/CD, episode 12 of 14. Copying and pasting the exact same deployment script into 50 different repositories guarantees one thing. When that script inevitably needs to change, you will forget to update at least one repository. The solution is writing dry configurations using the include keyword. In GitLab CI, the include keyword lets you split your pipeline configuration into multiple smaller, reusable files. Instead of maintaining one massive YAML file, you build a modular system. When a pipeline triggers, GitLab pauses, fetches all the included files, merges them together, and then evaluates the combined configuration as a whole. There are three primary subkeys you use to pull in these external files. The simplest is local. You use include local to pull in a file that lives in the exact same repository as your main pipeline file. This is strictly for organizing a single large project. You can carve out all your testing logic into a file called testpipeline.yml, put your deployment logic in deploypipeline.yml, and keep your root configuration file clean by simply referencing those local paths. The second subkey is project, and this is where pipeline modularity scales across an organization. Include project pulls a YAML file from a completely different repository hosted on the same GitLab instance. You specify the path of the external project along with the file path and optionally the specific branch or commit reference you want to pull. Consider a platform team that maintains a central security scanning pipeline. Instead of 50 different microservice teams writing and maintaining their own security jobs, the platform team maintains a single authoritative YAML template in a dedicated platform project. The 50 microservice projects simply add an include project block pointing to that central repository. When the platform team updates the scanner version or tweaks the security rules in their template, all 50 microservices automatically run the updated checks on their next pipeline execution. No repetitive copy and pasting is required. The third subkey is remote. Include remote takes a full HTTPS URL and fetches a configuration file from any public web server. You might use this to pull in vendor-supplied pipeline definitions or open-source community standards. The only strict requirement is that the URL must be publicly accessible via a standard web request without authentication. Now, pay attention to this bit. You will often encounter a situation where an included file defines a job, but the local project needs to modify it slightly. GitLab handles this through its merge behavior. When files are included, GitLab performs a deep merge of the configurations. If an included file defines a job called run security scan and your main file also defines a job called run security scan, the configuration in your main file takes precedence. This means you do not have to discard a centralized template just because your specific project needs a minor tweak. You can include the platform team template and then locally define just the run security job with an updated variable or a custom script addition. Your local overrides apply, while the rest of the job definition remains exactly as the platform team wrote it. The true power of pipeline modularity is not just centralizing code, but designing templates as sensible defaults that downstream projects can locally override without breaking the inheritance chain. That is all for this one. Thanks for listening and keep building.